How's it going, guys? I'm Dill, the inexperienced gamer, and today we are going to be taking a trip down memory lane to a game that everybody played a year ago, the Stanley Parable. It is an amazing game, it is a funny game, it has great narration, and it is about making choices, something that in real life I'm not so good at. Anyway, we're gonna get started here. Like I said, I have some experience in this game, but it's time to get experience. Let's go.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Mr. Stanley.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-whipping, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly
That's dedication.
for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Good for Stanley.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
So, I'm supposed to follow the directions of this nice gentleman who has been speaking in the background, as if I can hear him.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Well, where is the meeting room? Boy, something has gone awry. Everybody's shit strung everywhere. I hate when shit gets strung everywhere.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I know exactly
This
what
was
to
not
do.
the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Now, why the fuck would I want to do that?
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
It's gonna loop me back to the left-hand side. I don't think so, bud.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Caution, do not lie. If you are lying, right now, stop. That's kind of nice. If anybody's ever seen the movie The Invention of Lying, please comment down below, because I feel sometimes like I'm the only person that's ever seen that movie, and I think it's quite a good movie. I think it's a good concept.
Look,
I wish
Stanley,
I could have been around.
Perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about... What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
Jesus, dude.
I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me
Danger
prove it.
everywhere.
Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a
Okay.
chance.
Sure. Some paint. I don't know why that caught my eye, but it totally did. Can I open doors? I can't remember. Bike rack? I don't think that was a bike rack.
Now listen carefully, this is important.
Okay.
Stanley walked through the red door.
Sorry, man, I'm colorblind.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
Beach to it.
I still don't think we're communicating properly.
Listen.
Stanley walked. All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
As long as it's not scary. Are you God? Oh, Jesus. What the hell?
You see? There's nothing here.
Okay.
I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see.
Listen.
Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better?
Please
what
don't
did
get
you
short
want
with
to
me.
see?
Baby, come back to bed.
Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
The game's breaking. You done talking? Jesus. Want some cranberry juice? Are you on your period? Fucking guy. Now I don't even want to do that one because it don't look developed at all. I really do, but something is like screaming at me to go in the opposite direction. What should I do? I'm just gonna chill. Oh boy, this is tough. I hate choices. Oh, it's so tempting. It's wooden and it's awful cool. Oh, I want to. Ooh, I want to. Okay, yep. I just wanna. We're gonna do a couple different endings here anyway. So, can I go back? Oh, that's like an outhouse door. Ooh.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
Is 1 the lowest and 5 the highest, or is 5? You know what, man? I really want you to feel like you're doing a good job, but this is unacceptable. I mean, do you even know who I am? I'm Mr. Stanley. So I'm gonna give you a 3, if I can.
Oh, of course. A 3. Really? Maybe next time we can get you to form an actual opinion, you know?
Okay.
Any level of critical thinking or engagement with your surroundings? Does that sound good? Think we can do that? Yes? Wonderful. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one.
Better
Let's
hurry
take a
up, because
look.
I'm coming butts up and fast. Oh, good golly, sir. Worldwide leaderboard. How the hell do you get good at this game? It's a time thing. Oh, gotta go. We're gonna go through this door again.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on.
No,
and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some play testing. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Please don't. Ouch! Loading screens.
In this game,
oh my God,
crawls left towards danger.
No.
You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game.
Let me.
All about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting
Yeah, check this
the
baby out
demands
and make
of
sure if he
family
deserves
life.
to live.
I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective?
God,
Be
I
sure to
hate
keep
you.
notes on your experience.
Oh, it's gonna wail. Come on, don't. Okay, no, I'm letting you go in the fire, making that noise.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if
you,
it's the
because it
latter,
was
well, I don't know
fucking
what to do.
horrible.
I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh,
Thank
hey,
you, sir.
since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game?
Okay,
just
that
to
sounds
ease the
good.
pain.
All right,
Let's see.
let's do it.
What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot. Well, Stanley, is this any better?
Are you kidding
At
me?
last, the one thing you've always desired. A game I had absolutely nothing to do with. But is it enough? Tell me that, Stanley. Will it ever be enough?
Why do you
Well, I'll
care
say
so
this.
much?
I'm done making things for you. From now on, I will only create to fulfill a greater artistic purpose. Watch this, Stanley. I'm going to build a house.
Where are you?
This will go here. No, here. And then...
I'm kind of freaked out by this. This dude seems very emotionally
Let's see, what does it
emotionally
mean?
unstable.
Yes, of course. And just to finish it all off, yes.
Oh, damn it! That was
It's
almost done.
complete.
Can I
I
come in?
made this, Stanley. Look at it. Gaze upon my work of art and feel ashamed at your own inadequacy. Ah, but you've only seen it from the outside. You've only gotten half the experience. Please, step inside and make yourself comfortable.
Wonder how the makers of Minecraft felt about this. Okay, I'm coming. Are you kidding me? Let you. I can't, and you know I can't. Are you some kind of psychopath? There
Isn't
we
it
go.
grand?
Oh yeah, it's amazing.
Isn't it perfect? It could only be better if... Wait, that's it. We must rebuild it out of diamond. Diamond everything. Yes, yes, yes. Come along, Stanley. We have to go mining.
This guy likes me too much and seeks my approval too much. I did not want to play Minecraft today. Nothing against Minecraft. Minecraft's alright. I just had no plans on playing it. I was going to play the stand. I didn't even know that this was a thing. I didn't know that they included this in this game at
My,
all.
It looks like it's going to get a bit dark. Have you brought a light?
No. Did you? I'm guessing you probably did. I'm just going for it, man. Butts up and fast. Here we go.
Oh, no, 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 no. This is
Shut
far
up.
more open-ended than I had in mind.
Okay.
I'm looking for
Here we
something
go.
more narrow and linear. Something that makes you feel utterly irrelevant. This won't do at all. 1 out of 5. Even the diamonds couldn't save this one. Okay, new game.
This man is clearly going through some kind of emotional trauma. And he's taking it out on poor Stanley and by extension me. I take offense to that shit. Portal?
Yes! I
Oh,
don't even
God.
know what this game is, but I love it. You, trapped in a glass box with no way out, listening to me talk. Oh, it's inspired.
Why do you
I couldn't
hate
have done
me,
it any
man?
better myself. What is this game even supposed to be? I can't figure it out. Okay, now I'm curious. Let's go find out what the hell this is.
It's Portal, you...
Oh, it's a puzzle. Critical thinking, Stanley. Your forte.
Getting all the good games out of the way right in one video.
Genius. No, actually, you know what? I think that's plenty. I really
Come
don't
on.
care much to see you stumble.
Yikes. Is his voice finally gone? Good. Couldn't stand that dickhead. Cool. if I can go open any of them. But I'm gonna try. 509. Is that one open? Hmm? 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 I need to find something else to jump off of that seems to change things up quite a bit. I'm a little concerned. I haven't heard his voice, and I know that he is omnipotent, much like... Yikes. There's something behind me, isn't there? Huh. This is kind of eerie. Especially after hearing his voice non-stop, and then not at all. Just... Come on. Show me a little love, man. Just bring me back. Bring me back, I promise. I'll choose the door on... I'll choose the door on the left. Is that the one that would make you the most happy? Please answer me. There's two doors. But they both go to the same place. There's lights on. Let's do it. Okay. Just making sure there's not gonna be nothing. Checking my peripherals. Alright, time to do some work. Just gonna hit all the buttons. I'd like to close my door. Come on, what is this? That's interesting. What am I looking at here? Is there anything I can hit? Well, not a goddamn thing. This is odd. I think I broke the game. I mean, it's obvious that
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back.
You're just...
There's no other way. Once this
God,
ends, after
bud?
it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon.
Alright.
I can wait.
I can wait for an eternity, bro. Let's do it. Oh, you didn't wait very long, did you? Did you?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
We're gonna do all the choices.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Anything else? No smart-ass remark about that one? Tips for not getting...
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Yeah. Ooh. Broom closet. I can go to the broom closet.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
There must be something here.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, No path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
He's gonna start getting pissed.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet.
Listen,
He
give me
wasn't
some
even
time,
doing
all right?
anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Okay, you want the truth?
Are you,
I was terrified.
are you
I was
really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here.
Okay,
I'm genuinely
Give
confused.
me 1 second. All right. Jesus. Listen, I was phrasing around somebody in
Coming
the
to a
hallway.
staircase,
Oh
Stanley
my
walked
God.
upstairs to his boss's office.
We're going downstairs. This guy's being a dick. Listen, alright? I didn't want to run into somebody at the stairway. I knew that there's nobody here, but I was phrasing around somebody in the stairway and I really gotta poop. And I make a really weird face when I have to poop and I can't poop. So I needed a broom closet for just a second so I could, you know, not exactly poop, but not poop. What's back here? He didn't say anything about me coming downstairs, did he? Thought that I was supposed to go.
But Stanley just couldn't do it.
Shit.
He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in
Should've
such a
went to the
competitive
boss's
economy,
office.
why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy.
Cold drinks.
And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense.
Am I going in a loop? I
And
am
as
going
Stanley
in a loop.
pondered this, he began to make other strange observations.
Like I'm
For
going in a
example,
loop.
why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went?
It's awful
And for
strange.
that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This
No,
is
I
all a
didn't.
dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Oh, sweet. I
Then
actually
he
felt
imagined
that.
himself soaring
weird.
through space on a magical star field, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why
can't I
is
find a
there a
bathroom?
voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life.
Which isn't that
Now,
awake.
hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream.
You're giving me a
Did
headache,
the voice
man.
not see him
You gotta
float
stop
and make
talking.
the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream.
Okay.
So he closed his eyes gently, and he
No,
invited
don't do
himself
it.
to wake
Don't
up.
do it. Please don't.
He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one.
Okay.
Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine.
This is making me think of my own life.
Okay.
No, stop.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Okay, so I'm not the one having a breakdown. He is. Not me. Him. The voice in my head.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
What?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk.
Oh, wow.
And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Very interesting. Alright. Alright, guys. That's all the time I have for this episode. That was very much fun. I will probably play this again. If you have any comments, if you have any suggestions, if you have anything, if you have anything to share whatsoever on this game, on decisions that could have been made, on decisions that were made, on gameplay in general, if you enjoyed it, if you didn't, leave it down in the comments. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe if you liked the video. If you didn't, just don't like it. You don't have to dislike it. You could just not like it and shut your mouth. But I don't care, because we just got experienced. That's right. I just got experienced on a game. Love this game. Definitely gonna play it again. As always, I've been Dill, the Inexperienced Gamer, and I will see you guys in the next video.